Hi everyone and welcome to the 2022 fixture draw for the Nutrien Ag Country Football Championships. My name is Mark Reddings. It's a pleasure to be the MC for this important fixture draw. Great to have the championships back after a couple of years in hiatus because of the pandemic. This morning we're joined by the Nutrien Ag Solutions Regional Manager West, Andrew Duperouzel, who'll join me in just a moment. The West Australian Football Commission Manager of Country Football South, Brent, Sheridan, who's done a lot of work towards these championships as well. And a couple of special guests from the West Coast Eagles, Premiership players Jamie Cripps and Liam Duggan. First of all, we'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we are gathering, the Noongar people, and pay respects to elders past, present and emerging. And once again, thank you to Nutrien Ag Solutions for hosting this event here in North Fremantle for the fixture draw. 48 years they've been involved. They've done a great job for country footy, and it's a long-running sponsorship, a partnership in Australia. It's one of the biggest and longest and most successful as well. As I said, the last 2 years have been quite challenging for the championships with COVID, and the community has been affected in so many areas. The Nutrien Ag Country Championships has, as a result, been put on hold as leagues, clubs and communities dealt with that pandemic. But it's great to see they will be back, showcasing the best of country footy in Perth from Thursday the 7th to Sunday the 10th of July. Divisions and locations have been set for this year's Nutrien Ag Championships, with some highlights including the Nutrien Ag Men's Division Finals being played at the WAFC for the first time. The Gascoyne Football Association are a welcome addition, by the way, to the championships for the first time as well, and we're excited to see what they will also bring to the table as part of a huge few days. Now in the CBH group, Colts has grown to encompass 7 teams, with a standalone Great Northern side joining the field, so wonderful to see Great Northern being part of what is a huge few days for country footy. This leaves only one order of business ahead, and that of course is the championship draw for 2022. Similar to a barrier draw, not sure we've got a nature strip in our mix, big winner overnight at Ascot. Our special guest from Nutrien Ag will select a team at random that will then slot into the corresponding position for the championship draw. At the completion of the draw, we'll have a finalised set of fixtures for this year's Nutrien Ag Solutions Divisions 1 and 2, along with our CBH Group Country Colts Division. Let's begin though with the first draw this morning for the Nutrien Ag Men's Division 1, and Andrew Duperouzel, as I said, the Regional Manager, to come forward to assist and run through a bit about the role that Nutrien Ag has played. And great to have the championships back after a 2-year hiatus. What does it mean to have a partnership with country footy? Because it's been a long time and something I'm sure you value.
Yeah, it has been. It's been obviously, as you said, 2 years postponed, and it's exciting to come back this year. And for us, it's our 48th year, and all of our stores, all of our staff and all of our customers are in the country. So this is really important to us, that it's sort of resurrected into 2022 footy championships. Really excited by it.
I mentioned 48 years involvement. This isn't Johnny come lately deal. You've been in it for the long haul, and hopefully for many more years to come, Nutrien Ag.
Yeah, we have. Look, and we are committed. The last 2 years, that was when we saw that the West Australian country footy really needed us to stand by them, when obviously incomes and everything else was affected. We were there, and like I said, we are committed. It's it is our longest standing sponsorship we have in Nutrien Ag Solutions across the nation. Okay,
terrific news, and once again, thanks to Nutrien Ag. Now, let's run through our first draw, as I said, for Men's Division 1. And the process, you're going to draw a footy out, and we will go through exactly what it is. Slot number 1 is drawn by the Southwest. The Southwest gets the first slot. New coach in 2022, by the way, Chris Kinnemont. We're looking to reassert Southwest's dominance of the championships. We'll see the likes of ex-Fremantle player Jesse Crichton and stars Brad Holmes and Jesse Gribble in the green and gold potentially as well. So slot number 1 goes to Southwest. Slot number 2 is Upper Great Southern. So great to have Upper Great Southern getting slot 2. Williams Gerard Medlin takes control of the Rams as they look to defend their crown of 2019 after their win over the Goldfields in a pulsating final. So Upper Great Southern gets slot number 2. Slot number 3, the Avon. So the Avon get slot number 3, and they of course are led by ex-St Kilda and Claremont star Tommy Lee could take a big mark in his time, boys. He was a very good player, a few shoulder issues. We'll also see possibly Sandover medalist Kane Mitchell, who's currently playing at Creridan alongside Lee, and he's got a bit of feistiness about him. Kane Mitchell, a good player and a Sandover medalist, as we said. So that is the next slot that's being drawn there. Let's go to our next one. Peel. Robert McLean assumes the top job of remaining in Division 1 with Great Northern not attending this year. Got 3 to go, I believe. Goldfields is the next team coming out, which is terrific to see. The Goldfields.
That is it.
And that is it. That gives us our lot for Division number 1. Correct. Brilliantly done. Thank you very much, Andrew, and thanks once again to Nutrien Ag for their wonderful support for Division number 1 as we roll through the batch of names, and the first lot have been done and dusted. Okay, let's get to our next stage, of course. This is the men's Division 2 draw, and I might ask Liam Duggan to step forward. Pick 11, 2014 draft. Looking very nice and green there, Duggan. Great to have you here. First of all, country footy. Now, going back to your early days, Bacchus Marsh rings a bell, and Ballarat. So, talking about playing in some conditions that are a bit cold and chilly, but certainly country footy, you know all about it.
Yeah, mate, it's the lifeblood of the town, really. So, great to see the country footy's back up and going, and to have the country championships down here this year is awesome for Nutrien country footy and everyone that's involved. So it's exciting to have it back up and going.
How much country footy did you play junior days?
I played all my juniors at Bacchus Marsh. I played one senior game for the Marsh, which was actually under Dougie Hawkins. So that was good fun. But yeah, haven't played much country footy in the past, but it'd be good to come down and have a look at these boys go at it when they come down to Perth. And
you've had the bye. You're refreshed for this week?
Yeah, we are. It's nice to buy. It's been a bit of a tough start to the year for us, so to have the buy, freshen up, and we've got some boys coming back, which will be really good for us as well. So the health of the list is improving, and so should our form.
And big weekend for the club with the big reunion for 92. So there's a bit of a buzz around the footy club this weekend.
Yeah, there is. Obviously, the 92 boys are back, so it's it's exciting for us. Hopefully, we can put on a show for them, and I'm sure that they've got a big weekend planned.
Not sure if you've done this before, that your responsibility, you're going to be liked by a few clubs, and a couple are going to say, Duggo.
Get a pressure.
No good, but anyway, let's draw out slot number 1 for Division 2. Eastern Districts, nice work, Eastern Districts there, so always competitive. Hayden Calgarin is a premiership coach, and former Waffle and State country player Alex James is the coach there, so slot number 1 goes to them. Next up, slot 2 is North Midlands. So another team we've got as slot number 2, so that's been done, Duggo. Okay, let's go number 3. Mortlock. Mortlock takes up the next slot. Red and Black from Mortlock went down in the 2019's Division 2 final against Great Northern, so hopefully from their point of view they can go one better. And the next slot is Ongarup. Great tradition of carnival footy, and we'll see stalwart Ian Lloyd once again in the red and white hoops. He's been a great servant of the club. So Ongarup next out, followed by Central Midlands Coastal, our next slot.
Well done.
Followed by Gascoyne. Great to see them in this year's championships. Fantastic to see them field a team. And last but not least, Central Wheatbelt for our Division 2. So our Central Division done. Second Division, Central Wheatbelt, all sorted for those draws. Just checking with our inspector here, Brent, to make sure everything is going swimmingly. We now move on to the CBH Group Colts Division. 7 teams, as I said, in the Colts Championships, and of course, quite appropriate, they've got a country WA boy to do the honours. He's been in the headlines this year because of the footy being played in Northampton, waffle game going up there, so much excitement around what they raised dollars wise after the devastation of Cyclone Seroja. He's even got a statue of himself, which shows you how well he's tracking in Northampton. Jamie Cripps, welcome, mate. Great to see you here. And we know, having spoken to Doug about his country footy background, that Northampton pretty close to your heart as well.
Yeah, sure is. Yeah, grew up, had a farm in Northampton, so yeah, country footy is massive. What Duggan said, pretty much the heartbeat of the town. So yeah, it's great that the carnival's back on this year, and it's good to see the Great Northerns in the Colts team.
Absolutely. Did you play much footy as a kid, I presume, at Northampton? To what age?
Yeah, so I played pretty much till I finished year 12 up in Northampton, and then yeah, moved down to Perth a year between school and getting drafted, and yeah, so I played most of my juniors up in Northampton, so it was good times.
Did you enjoy the break? Like most of you, well, you've had some injury concerns, so it's been one little hiccup after another, but do you feel like you're ready to launch for the second half of the season?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I tore me pec at the start of the season, so that set me back, and it's hard to get the fitness back up and going, especially when you're getting flogged, chasing a bit of arse over the last couple of weeks. But yeah, boys are just been training well, and still very positive. So look forward to the second half of the year.
And as Duggan said, you're getting hopefully some big names back. So hopefully the tide's turning for the lads.
Yeah, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Anyway, so yeah, obviously take the boys a couple of weeks to get back to their best footy, but yeah, I think we can give Geelong a red-hot crack this weekend and hopefully get a win.
Beautiful, mate. Well, you've got the job of doing the CBH Colts division draw. So, without any further ado, slot number 1, if we can get you to go through that for us, and that's regional districts. Slot number 1. Slot number 2. Pilbara comes out at slot number 2. Nicely done. You're doing a very good job here, Cripps. It looks like you've done this before. Slot number 3, Great Northern. There we go. Slot number 3 to the Great Northern team. Yep. Then we go to next slot, which is Peel. 3 to go. Northern Suns is our next team that comes out.
Southwest.
2 more to go. Southwest is slot number 6. And lucky last is Great Southern Storm. So there are 7 slots drawn. Brent, all locked away, locked and loaded, brilliantly done. Thanks again, Cripps. Appreciate your support for country footy. And once again, thanks to Andrew from Nutrien Ag for their wonderful support. 48 years, 2-year break, back into it bigger and better than ever. And once again, to Nutrien Ag, their great support of country football doesn't go unnoticed, and we know that they're back with a bang this year. The support of country football is terrific, a great partnership, and may it continue. A reminder, of course, you can catch all the action of the championships in person. The CBH Group Colts 7th and 8th of July, and the Nutrien Ag Men's Division 1 and 2 on the 8th to 10th of July. So going to be some great footy played, and always a bit of a social time as well, but it's wonderful to have footy back up and running for the championships, which we've been missing for a couple of years. Now, to keep up to date with all things with the country championships, just go to the WACFL's Facebook page and the website, but of course, more importantly, we hope to see you here in Perth for the Nutrien Ag Country Footy Championships next month. Once again, thanks to Jamie and of course to Liam for their support, and best of luck to all the teams when the championships kick off next month.